Listen, dear, I realize that you've been hurt deeply because I've been there. But regardless to who, what, why, when, and where, we're all precious in His sight. And a rose is still and always will be a rose.
Welcome to another episode of the Relapse and Recovery Chronicles. I know I'm doing that head movement, ain't I? I'm sweating and shit. God damn. Well, it's been a while since I came and updated y'all on what's going on, and everything is great. You know, I'm basically 100% in compliance. Waiting on an update from housing and shit like that. Yeah, waiting on an update from housing and everything. And y'all, at last my hair follicle then went down. I was over 20,000 picograms, and I had been over 20,000 for about 4 or 5 months. Well, my last drug test, my last hair follicle test, oh Lord, it's a lash in my eye. My last drug test, which was in February, my last hair follicle test, I went from 20,000, over 20,000 to 9,000 within a month. Now, for anybody that's going through that process where, yeah, y'all like the new background, I love me some freckles. And a lot of things would not be possible without the support that I get from one of my downies. So, not one of my downy, my downy. But anyway, yeah, I just want to show y'all real quick, you know. But if you are going through that process where you're waiting for your hair follicle to go down, and it looks like it just may never go down because you consume that much motherfucking drugs, just give it some time, man. To be honest with you, man, it was really a struggle to get my hair follicles to go down. I had been over, like I said, 20,000 picograms for about 5 months. I'm gonna say 5 months because I'm going into my 6th month of well, I am in my 6 months of sobriety, and I started getting my hair follicles in the end of October. So a month into me being in recovery, I started getting the hair follicles, and they had stayed over 20,000 picograms all the way up into January. February, they went down from 20,000 to 9,000. I just want anybody out there that's going through the process of waiting for your levels to fall, give it some time, And I know that, I'm gonna say this, my last court date, they were getting ready to base me being in compliance or not being in compliance on my last hair follicle, which wasn't the one that came in and said 9,000, but the one that was saying 20,000, because my witness, which was the person who owns the place where I go get my testing done, said it should only take 100 days for it to fall. Well, that's not true. Well, it took way longer for mine to fall because I'm of my ethnicity and my hair texture, my hair type. I have curly hair, so what it was doing was wrapping around the drugs, wrapping around the substance and keeping it locked into my hair follicle. So it took way longer for mine to drop. Now, if you don't know nothing about this type of stuff, you just thinking that they cheating you and that they playing with you and they playing with your kids. They don't want to give you your kids back because the hair follicle test keeps coming back negative, and they're basing whether or not they want to give your kids back on that hair follicle test. And it's not, and my urine test coming out all negative. So basically it's like, I'm clean. I know I'm not doing nothing, but because, like I said before in a couple of previous videos, the hair follicle test will detect drugs up into your system for about a year. So really, absolutely, it's not the right test to use to determine whether or not somebody has been using recently, because it takes longer for others. It takes longer for other people's levels to drop in their hair than other people, especially people of ethnicity, people of color, especially people of color, and especially people with like 4C hair, 5C hair. It takes longer for it to come out of our hair than it does a white person, period. So they were getting ready to base whether or not I was in compliance or not in compliance on that test alone. And it just so happened that at the end of the court date, at the end of the court hearing, my test results came in, and my caseworker was like, oh, wait, I have the results. I have them. They weren't in at first, but I have them now. And so right when he was getting ready to hit the gavel, he was getting ready to mark the gavel and say I was not in compliance. She said it is going from 20,000 to 9,000. Boy, I was so happy.
Press the pickup button to answer. Incoming call. Press the pickup button to answer.
But I'm gonna have to decline you right now. Moving on. Yeah, so just keep the hope alive. Keep hope alive. You know, don't let nothing deter you. Because I even had a test say that I had came out positive for marijuana, and I was just like, what? What? And I just kept it pushing, because I was just like, yeah, that's faulty. You know, these man-made tests being used to determine whether or not you should get your kids back, that they need to look at that a little harder, because I can only imagine how many people have lost their children due to a faulty test. That's some bullshit there. But moving right along, you know, basically everything is going as planned. Things are going a little slower than what they're supposed to be. Golly, baby, I might answer the phone. Just give me a second now. So everything is going as planned, and I'm gonna come back with a part 2, because right now I have to answer the phone. But I'm getting ready to go do my visitation with my babies, and of course I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of footage of that, just a little bit. And oh yeah, and they've pushed my date all the way to August, so they're giving me to August to get everything together for my babies, and I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so ecstatic. Basically, y'all, just, you know, make sure that you
incoming call. Press the pickup
you stay
button
focused.
To answer.
Don't let
incoming call. Press the pickup button to answer.
To be continued. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to come back and make sure that I finished off. Make sure that I finished off my point. You know, there's gonna be so many things that come up against you in this fight. That's gonna try to deter you from the main goal, which is to reunify. No, I don't even think that's right. You reunify with your kids to get those babies back. Or even if you're not in that fight in particular, it's going to be so many things that come up against you, period, when it's come to you recovering your old life back, getting yourself together, you know, getting certain goals and things like that accomplished. I wonder if that's going to make a difference. Oh, it does. Wow. So, yeah, I just want everybody to know that, you know, things don't always pan out the way that you plan for them to, but they will pan out if you keep pushing forward. And some of the things that I use in order to manifest certain things into my life is meditation. I do a lot of water work, a lot of candle work. This is where I take frequent baths, and I meditate while I'm taking my baths or my showers. And with meditation, I have a frequent occurring thought, a reoccurring thought of what I want my life to be like. Or sometimes in my daily activities, I choose to do what it is that the person I want to be would do. And that's acting as if until you are. So, and with the candle work, sometimes I light a bunch of candles and I sit with those candles and I'll stare at the flames, and I'll have a thought within my mind with that. I think that's going to be like a completely different video that I'll do about manifesting and scripting. Scripting is a beautiful way to get things to come into fruition in your life. This is where you sit and you write as if things already are. You know, I'm grateful for this, even if you don't have it. I'm grateful for that, even if you don't have it. You write it as if you already have it. And surely, for sure, and this is something I can testify to, I've only been clean for 6 months, y'all, and I'm talking about things are just rolling for me. This comes from scripting, and in the things that I've learned throughout my life, or throughout my last clean spurt of 5 years, that I just immediately started putting back into action in my life. While look, I got my nails done, so I want to talk with my hands. So things that I was doing before I relapsed, I just immediately started doing those things again and started seeing results. I just want everybody to be encouraged when it comes to stuff like this, because not enough people talk about this part of the game. You know, it's so many people that go through addiction that are professionals, non-professionals, people that used to be of high status, that fall from grace, they never talk about what it is to save face and do an about face and change your life. You know, you don't talk about that process and what that looks like. And I just wanted to be one of those people who had enough courage to come in and say, this is what it looks like after you've gone through this, that, and the other. This, that, and the other being drugs, prostitution, and basically that's it, because I wasn't stealing or anything from anybody. I wasn't doing that. If I got you because you got me. Yeah, but you know, going through the process of the steps. I'm on step 4 now. With those 12 steps. And you know, I'm a recovery coach, so I advocate for all different avenues of recovery, but this is a spiritual malady that y'all fight against, that we fight against, period. And that there will have to be some spirituality in your life in order for you to overcome this. You have to find something greater than yourself to pull yourself out of this. At the end of the day, you have to have something outside of yourself to look at and say, you can help me. I don't care if it's a doorknob. You always know that doorknob is going to turn and open, then you can go ahead and believe in that if you'd like to. I've heard somebody say that before, and it was just hilarious. But you have to be able to find inklings of some spirituality in order to get through this. And those 12 steps bring about a daily reprieve where you're practicing spiritual principles on a regular basis in order to keep you sane, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Now later on, I'll come through and do one of those how I'm doing on my weight release. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm struggling with the food part, man. I'm struggling. We in week 2 and I'm struggling with the food part, but we are definitely documenting everything that's going on, so eventually I'll get in the groove, you know, and start seeing some results. But as it is right now, I'm struggling. But anyway, you know, damn, I got snot coming out my nose. Oh my, am I gonna edit that out? I'm probably not. Push this back in. That's how we lose our nose rings and be mad. Yeah, but anyway, you know, that's all I got to say for today. I'm going in to go visit my kids. I'm super excited, extremely excited, and I'll come back and let y'all know how that went. And I'm probably going to edit this video a little bit because I'm getting a little bit better with my editing, and I just want to pick that up and be able to give y'all some content that look like I put a little effort into it. But god damn it, telling the truth about everything that's going on with me take effort too. We're gonna have to just work with me. Damn it, did I pop a nail off already? I sure did. Y'all know these are press-ons. You know, anybody got time to be sitting down with them Chinese people no more like that. But anyway, yeah, so this has been the Relapse and Recovery Chronicles. I'm your girl, Irose from the Concrete, and yeah, I'll be back. Bye.